Okay, great seeing everybody. Appreciate everybody being here. Good practice, beautiful day. Great day for football today and for a lot of other things. Some days are good for football and skiing or dancing in the rain, but today was good for a lot of stuff. So we had a great practice. Guys are into it, locked in, understand the challenge in front of us against a great football team, very well coached, very talented, very tough. So we're looking forward to it. We can't wait to get to it, but we have still some preparation to do up until that time. So what questions you have?
John, there's some reports that tight end Mark Andrews could be activated off of injured reserve. What can you tell us about that?
He is going to be activated off injury reserve today. Yep.
And is that an indication that he's going to play as well?
Yeah, I mean, that's the idea for sure. Yep.
Is there any testing that has to be done on Sunday to make sure he's good to go?
You know, I don't think so. We'll see. I mean, unless there's some kind of a problem, he'll be playing.
John, is it a priority to ensure that Isaiah Likely is still involved in the
Yeah, I mean, our offense is what it is at this point in time. So to add a player like Mark is a great add for us. I mean, it's a great advantage. We're excited about it. Mark's been looking good the last couple of weeks. He's merged into the game plan as we built it this week, and that's what we'll be running with on Sunday.
John, what do you think the feel of the team is right now as you guys just finished your last practice before the game?
I mean, they're excited. You know, it takes a lot to get to this point. You know, to still be playing in a game of this magnitude, it's a hard thing to do. You know, so they're excited to be playing the game. They want to put their best foot forward. They want to play their best. They want to play their hardest. You know, they want to do well. So that's how they're thinking.
Coach, I know you've talked about it this week. Could you talk about your relationship again with Andy Reid? And do you guys talk throughout the year?
We talk here and there. You know, it's not like we're talking regularly throughout the year, but the relationship is great. He's a guy I look up to, always have, admire him very much. We do a lot in the off season, also just friendship-wise, but also talk about our kids a lot. I can tell you that, but also with the rules and stuff like that. But we haven't had too many conversations lately.
Coach, Andy mentioned hospital visit you had with Lavelle Edwards and your father one time. Do you remember that visit and how that all came about?
Well, I wasn't there for the visit. They were at an All-Star game, I think, and they spent a couple of days together visiting hospitals. And I think Andy told me one time they were the only 3 coaches there, so he thought that was pretty cool. But they hit it off, and he told me that story the first time I met him, and he's pretty meaningful for a kid to hear that about his dad. And you know, Andy's a great guy. I mean, I love Andy. I love Tammy. I love all their kids. You know, I was there when the kids were all growing up. You know, and running around, and it's just the coaching relationship that you have with your colleagues, and it becomes like a family.
Coach, yesterday the Orioles had a media day. All players wished you well. Brandon Hines will be at the game on Sunday.
Good.
What's like that synergy with the team and 2 teams been so successful this year?
Well, I mean, I'm a big Orioles fan, obviously. Loved watching what they did this year, and they're amazing. I love those players. We have that little golf tournament, you know, so highly competitive golf tournament. The Orioles usually win it. Baseball players are always great golfers. Football players squeeze the club too hard. You know, it's like, loosen up, you know. It'll be fine. I got to hit it harder, farther, you know. So, but we love the Orioles, and Brandon's a really good friend. I really have so much respect for him, and it's good he's going to be there.
Going back to 2008, what have you learned about getting ready for a big game like this?
Well, I mean, it's a game. That's the bottom line. It's a football game. It's against a very good team. Yeah, the opportunity, the reward to win one game is great. You know, everybody understands it. You put it in perspective. You got to play your best football against the best teams, but it's a football game. You know, so all the things that matter in a football game matter in this game, and those are the things that we're going to try to do well.
John, what kind of toughness did it take for Mark Andrews to get from that night against Cincinnati to get to a point where he's being activated?
That's a great point, Jameson. I would say an amazing amount of toughness. You know, physical toughness in terms of the work he had to put in and the pain. I mean, the physical pain he went through. I saw him in the training room. I mean, very painful injury, very painful rehab. And then just the mental toughness. I mean, you know, with Mark, the crazy thing is you talk to him, it's how's it going? It's going great. It's amazing. I'm doing so well. Everybody's amazing with me. I love these guys. I love everything. It's just how he stays, you know, as A+ positive every single day. I just love that about him.
On Sunday, of course, a lot of legends, even Michael Phelps will be in the house. Certainly worthy for an AFC final. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's nice, and but we'll be focusing on. I know the Chiefs are going to be in the house, so I think that's going to be our focus for sure.
You have a ring already in 2012. You've been back a couple times in the playoffs.
but tough to get back to this point. What does it say about the league that you coach in, how difficult it is to get to this point?
Well, yeah, I mean, we say it many times. It's tough to win a football game in the National Football League. You know, it's the most competitive thing that I can imagine. I'm in the middle of it, but I'm sure there are other things that are really competitive in life. I'm just not aware of them. You know, this is the toughest thing in the world to me, to win a football game, and that's what we're going to try to do on Sunday.
Coach, the approach and the way the guys worked this week, was it as normal as you try to keep it, knowing what's at stake? Do you feel like everything went, you know, the way it usually goes, like in week 3?
Oh yeah, I mean it's the same routine. We're a routine group. It's a practice sport. It's a meeting sport. Our guys are doing what they always do, trying to do it the best we can. We try to have our best week this week, you know, and that's what we tried to do.
So did you do any preparation for rain, or you played so often in it this year that you didn't really have to do anything different?
Yeah, we didn't really do anything different. You know, we get the balls wet here and there, but we've been rained on a lot this year.
John, you mentioned at the beginning of the week, you know, it's been 53 years since an AFC championship game was posted here. Shout out Jerry and his connection to that last game. Have you heard more stories or heard just around town just what this game means to people being here in Baltimore?
I got to be honest with you. I'm kind of in a cocoon. You know, I'm you know, so if I think people are probably excited, is my guess, you know. But we've been focusing on the game. I'm excited for the town. I think of someone like Tom Maddie and his wife, you know, they went to high school with my mom, you know. So when we came to town here, they were the first ones to reach out, Tom and Judy Maddie, and we went to dinner with them. And I think what this would have meant to him, you know, to have this game back here in Baltimore. So things like that, they're meaningful.
Two more.
John, how did Marlon look this week, and is that still kind of just a game plan thing?
He looked good. You know, I'm confident. I'm confident, but you know, I can't say for sure.
You don't want to get too far ahead, I know, but you have a game next year against your brother.
Yeah.
What was the reception like hearing about him joining the Chargers?
Fired up. You know, yeah. Not thinking about the game. No, that's a game way off in the future. But very excited for Jim. Happy for his family. Like I told you guys before, he called that night back home. And the kids had already had their bags packed. They were ready. They thought they were going the next day to L.A. They're actually coming here, so that's cool. But they didn't waste the bag packing, I guess. But it's like I said, the Chargers just got themselves a great football coach. Players are going to love him. City's going to love him, and you know they're going to be very formidable.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks.